Hey, Brandon here. Welcome to the channel and thanks for tuning in. Got another 2025 rookie profile show here for you today. We're going to talk Cam Ward. Going to be joined by Jason DiRienzo, my podcast co-host. We've watched his All-22 film versus Virginia Tech and Georgia Tech, breaking it down play by play, taking a look at his skill sets. And, so we're going to talk about his scouting report. We're going to talk about his draft capital. Is he a top 5 lock in the NFL draft? If you run a super flex rookie draft, is he going to be a top 5 selection as well? Where's he going to go in a 1 QB league as well? And then, of course, we always have player comps on this show. So, again, hit that subscribe button. If you're out there playing Dynasty Redraft, we are getting you ready for your 2025 rookie drafts. And if you want to have access to the All-22 films that we have watched and broke down, check out the website below. Super fun big boards product out there that's going to give you all 22 film breakdowns of all of your favorite rookies. Enjoy the show. All right, Jason, let's talk about our first rookie profile for the evening. And let's talk about Cam Ward. All right, we watched the all-22 film, his Virginia Tech breakdown, his Georgia Tech game as well. Listen, this guy is going to be a first rounder, 6'2", 223 pounds. He's had a really good season at Miami. He is a fifth-year player. Last 2 seasons, he was at Washington State, Miami, Florida, ends the season with over 4,000 yards, 36 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 67.4 completion percentage. So, after watching the tape, watching the all-22 films, give us, the overview, give the good people the overview of Cam Ward. And, he's going to be a top 5-6 pick in the draft. No doubt about it.
No doubt about that.
So what do you think, give us the overview scouting report.
Yeah, I think with Cam Ward, the one thing that you just recognized right away is that he has full command of this offense. He's very, I think, cool, calm, and collected is a great way to kind of just, talk about his nature when he's in the pocket. He doesn't get rattled too often, but at the same time, man, he has a lot of time in that pocket to throw the ball. And I think that is one of the things I want to see is how he is under pressure, because when he's got a clean pocket, he can make some tremendous throws. The accuracy is absolutely on point down the middle of the field. The second level isn't bad either as far as the anticipatory throws on drag routes, post routes. I think he's great at navigating through the pocket also. Just understands exactly where the pursuit angles are coming from, exploits them, and is able to get outside the pocket, throw on the run with good accuracy. Just really understands what his receivers are doing. It looks like they're on the same page. The chemistry is there. Has good velocity on the ball. The deep throws are good. I don't think he's got a cannon, but he can definitely make those deep throws look pretty easy at times. Number one thing I noticed, and I think you noticed it too, is some of those boundary throws can be off target. Even when he's under pressure and he's running to the outside, there was one play in the film we were watching where he just overthrew his receiver pretty easily, and the guy was wide open. So I think some of those boundary throws, I'm not sure what it is about the perimeter, but he's going to have to get a little bit better with that. But navigating through the pocket, stepping up into the pocket, using his legs to extend plays, I don't think he's a natural runner. I think he does it just to create if there's availability there. But throwing his receivers open is something I really liked about his game. I think he understands where they're coming from. There was one play that we were watching the all-22 film also where you couldn't even see the receiver in the frame, and it's the back of the end zone. The receiver's coming, and the ball, you see it in the air. You don't even see the receiver yet, and sure enough, the receiver's there and catches it outside of his frame for a nice touchdown. So I think Cam Ward, I think he's got a good read on what he needs to be doing to take command of an offense. I think just understanding what he's seeing in defensive coverages, those boundary throws, and that internal clock is probably going to have to speed up in the NFL because he has days to throw the ball right now.
Yeah, you bring up a good point with that. The mobility in the pocket is great. I mean, he's wormed his way out of so many, collapsing pockets, and he plays a lot of hero ball. I mean, he's trying to make, and I think he has so much confidence out there playing right now. You can just see the confidence that I think sometimes holds onto the ball just a little too long, trying to make something happen.
Yeah.
But I agree with everything that you said. I think he's a really good passer. I think he leads his receivers to the ball. What we did when we were watching that film, we looked at those boundary, especially on the deep balls and the boundary. I
Mhm.
think is where he struggles with accuracy, but I think his ball placement in the middle of the field is exceptional in between in between the numbers. So I like everything that you see. And as far as his arm talent, I agree with you. I think he can make all the throws. I like he can throw the fastball when he needs to throw the fastball, but then he can layer the ball, kind of at the right pace and velocity
Oh,
to give his
yeah, yeah.
receivers
So good at that.
the ability to catch the balls. There's a lot of quarterbacks out there that are just throwing fastballs constantly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you need to have that touch when you got to be able to kind of lob it in there and then whip it in there in between two, maybe linebackers or something like that. He does have a tendency to play hero ball, holds onto the ball too long. He's had 31 fumbles in his career, right? Through his 5 years of just holding onto the ball too long, thinking that he can make a play when he really just needs to get. So he's got to learn to play a little bit more disciplined in the pocket. And I think that's just going to come, like you said, if he gets drafted in the right environment. We talked about the Giants or the Raiders, maybe Tennessee grabs him, at the beginning of the draft. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm really hoping he goes to a coaching staff that just allows him to, develop at his own pace. I don't think he is a day one starter. I think for sure he should be drafted with the idea of maybe just letting him sit for a little bit. But I know that's
I
not with the
completely agree with
NFL,
that.
because
He
he's
should
not
sit.
he should say, I mean, he's not the perfect
Yeah.
prospect, but he's got all the intangibles as well as the tangible skills to be, I think, an NFL quarterback for sure. So he's a glimmer of hope in the
Mhm.
2025 class. Um, so let's talk about his draft capital, right? I mean, he's going to be a top 5 lock, you think?
I have to think so. There's so many quarterback needy teams.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I gotta think so. Yeah.
Every year I say to
I don't
myself,
see how he gets past the Raiders or the Giants. I just don't
yeah,
see it
I
how
don't, I
that
don't, I
happens.
don't either. So, and whether or not he sits in those environments, we'll have to
Yeah,
see.
we'll
So,
have to see it.
super flex rookie draft. If it's a super flex rookie draft, he's probably going to be a top 3 or 4 pick, I would think, right?
I would think so. Yeah, I would think so. I'm trying to think Ashton Genty, Ted McMillan, Luther, I would say at least top 5. Not getting out of
Right.
top 5. Can't
Yeah,
imagine.
I would think so as well. And it's gonna be interesting. We need to do a 1 round mock, a 1 quarterback rookie mock. That's what we need to do because I'd be
That
really
is a
interested.
great idea.
I would be
Yeah,
really interested to see where he would come off the board.
yeah.
Super flex is easy. Everyone just grabs the quarterbacks early, typically. So I have a comp of Geno Smith. A guy who can navigate the pocket pretty
I
well,
could see that.
has
Yeah,
the arm talent, and I could see him taking that similar kind of path in the NFL, where Cam Ward's going to be just an above average, serviceable quarterback. But who knows? I mean, he could turn into be an all pro perennial guy, taking guys, taking a team to the NFL. But just like kind of looking at the way he plays the game, he kind of remind me of Geno Smith on the field. Who's your comp?
yeah, I have Derek Carr. Just reminds me of
Hmm.
just the cool, calm, collected nature, making the reads, throw with the anticipation, using the legs as needed. I mean, this was earlier in Derek Carr's career, not so much Derek Carr now, but that the mobility was absolutely there coming out of college. So I see a very similar skill set to Derek Carr.
Yeah, I like it. So, all right, there's our Cam Award rookie profile.